So, hello and welcome. Brought another video today with Subscirbe Actual. So today we have, as you can see, gone to the other end of the world, to Sydney in Australia. You can't really tell from what I've got here, but I promise you it's Australia. We're currently on the domestic apron. There you go, there's the tower. That's pretty significantly Sydneyan. Anyway, so we're in Australia. There's an Akira over there, I think, as well. But anyway, so we're in Australia, flying the vintage Kangaroo, the Jet, as they say, and it's the so it's the Qantas 737 by I think it's the newest one in the fleet, but it was obviously was sprayed to look like one of the classic Qantas 73s when they first took delivery of them all those years ago. So we'll jump into the flight deck. Again, haven't got EasyDock working yet, please forgive. So we're in the short turnaround state on the ground in Sydney. We'll go and start initializing the MCDU. So YSS Y to Y MML. That's our route today. So it's Sydney to Melbourne. Let's get underway then. So the route. It's actually a company route that's installed in here, so we'll use the company route. The quickest method to do this is to do that, then type the latter part in 01, and stick that in there, activate, execute. Okay, so departure runway today will be, what runways are up? Have we got the options of? I believe 34 left will be our departure runway of choice today. And we are climbing out on a Marub 5 SID, if that's available. Of course it's not, so we'll just take direct to. So 34 left's that one, that's hidden behind the terminal. Okay, we've just got the passengers from the last flight off, so we'll get ours starting to board again. So yeah, we'll just per finish, we'll let the fuel quickly set up. We'll ensure the seatbelt sign is off for the duration, but everything else that we need on is on. Okay, so fuel, we'll get the quick calculation of that. Our alternates in Melbourne are going to be Avalon, YMAV, which I believe is just getting approval to be turned into another airport to alleviate some of the pressure off Melbourne. Okay, actually our payload is going to be sorry about that, I just had to quickly recalibrate what the aircraft was thinking about. So we've also our payload, which we'll do first, and then actually we'll stick fuel in. So our release fuel's 5,753 kilograms of fuel. Please tell me this aircraft works in kilograms. Of course it does. So it's 5,700 kilograms of fuel. We'll then go back to payload. So we've got 120 passengers in the 5 children. We can reloaded the aircraft ever so slightly, and we also have 10 tons of cargo as well as 1 ton of bags, so that's 5,500 in each cargo hold. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just say set full, and then I'll set 120 by 5. There we go. Is there a fuel weight calculated? Reserve is at 1.2, which is 30-minute reserve. Cost index 85. Cruising altitude for this trip was straight out climb to flight level 380, so we're not that far off with that calculation. Transition altitude in Australia is. We'll just get the Australian transition altitude. I'm doing it all in order, in per se order. So it's actually as I say, I've got a massive full thing of charts, but it's difficult to work out, departures that go to roughly this, just to get everything that we need for the flight, because we're flying all over the world in these videos. Anyway, we'll have a look outside, see how the bags are getting on. Bags are nearly just arrived. For some reason, are being handled by Virgin Australia, but the air bridges are very nicely animated at the new Sydney airport by Flight Tampa. And the bags for the front hold have only just arrived. We've got the towers that are obviously over there. Menzies do the ground handling here. I didn't realise they were down in Australia. I knew they were at Prague, but I didn't know they went as far afield as. I thought they were European, not. I know they've got a base in Wellington or Auckland, is it? Because I know I read like an article or something by one of their supervisors working at Melbourne. Anyway, we'll do the transition altitude in just a little bit. So we'll take a 22k D rate, because it's a very long runway, but 3-4 left. Takeoff will be flaps 5. Yeah, I mean, look at that, that's just massive. We've derated quite heavily. So what I can do is I can take an N1 D rate to an assumed temperature of 57, is that? Takeoff speeds have been deleted. Alright. It's just very much, we're derating very, very heavily. It's such a long runway. We'll climb out. Runway heading is, it's in this aircraft. Runway wind is 327 at 11. I'll get rid of that now. Runway heading is 335. V2 plus 15 is 153, 158. And our initial altitude in the climb is straight up to flight level 380. So if I look at just the departure plates, as he spends 2 hours looking for one, it's explaining the docking system to me at the airport. I must have a unique docking system or something. TA is 10,000 feet in Australia. There we go. Done. Right, so how are we doing looking with the bags? Alright, everyone's done. So, let's get ready for a push and departure. That was the sim taking a screenshot for some reason. Let's close the doors. Close. Passenger doors closed. So, folks, this is going to be the actually no, we're not ending part 1 yet, because I do feel kind of mean if I just made that part 1. What we'll do is just stuff. Fuel pumps can come on as part of the before starts. Hydraulics can all come on. Panel backlighting can come on because we're taking off into the sun. I've got dual bleed lights illuminated. That's going to come off now. Packs can come off in preparation for engine start. Apparently the engine chocks are still in. So the wheel chocks are still in. Yep. Parking brake set. Okay, let's get pushed out. You can see it's very, very crisp modelling, even just on I think that's Agnes. And the air bridge can go. It does look very, very realistic. Just the way, it just feels like a very, very small ramp, if that makes sense. Which I suppose, sometimes that does make it feel so much more realistic. Anti-collision lights come on. Okay, we need to wait for right. We should wait for the air bridge to fully stow, but we don't need to. So let's go. So, folks, this is going to be the end of part 1 of this video. Come back to part 2 will be posted tomorrow evening at roughly 8 PM UK time. That's 9 PM European time. And I'm not doing all the American times. So, folks, as I say, thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.